Wiser with wine. Wiser with wine. Keeping it real, one pour at a time. This is Wiser with Wine.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Wiser with Wine. Today is a fantastic episode where we're talking about my latest trip to Europe.
And I have bit my tongue, sorry to interrupt, this whole time because we have not asked her any questions about her trip. So we are very excited to get into it all today.
And there's a lot to talk about, but we'll get into the details in a moment. But I just wanted you to mention
your new glasses.
I'll go back to the old glasses because that's my signature. But, I'll wear these because they're new. So why are they famous again, Alex? I don't even remember.
I think they're Pedro Pascal wears them.
Yeah, and he wore them at a Cannes Film Festival and it went viral. So that's how I bought them. Somebody told me. I just bought them because it was him. And I thought, oh, this is cool. But, they're my new glasses. But we are talking about Europe today. And but let's do a new segment called Heard It on the Grapevine, right? So my European trip was quite big and we went to a lot of places. I'll give you the details in a moment. And by the way, it was the first time I actually went to Rome. So I've decided I'm going to die in Rome. We're going to get famous and I'm going to buy us an apartment in Rome and we're going to do filmings over there. But I want to die there because I fell in love with Rome, right? And we're going through the Vatican. And they have those, help me out here, Alex or Lucy, if I say these wrong, but they have these people dressed in yellow and blue and they look like clowns, but they're not clowns. They're the actual army.
They're not like papal people, are they?
No, they're people.
Like security guards?
Yeah, they're the security.
Okay.
They're the actual army.
Yeah, okay.
But they're dressed.
Aren't they they're not the Swiss.
Yeah, I think it is.
Aren't they the
yeah,
Swiss?
Lucy, you're
What do
right.
you call them?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Swiss
From the
guards?
Swiss
Yeah.
Swiss guards.
Yeah.
I think it is the Swiss guards, isn't it, for the Vatican?
Because it's blue and yellow. So I'm assuming that's Swiss. So, and it's quite, I was having such a great day. And I went up to the guard and I said, can I ask you a favour? Can you hold our Wiser with Wine coaster and I'll take a photo with you? And he turns around to me and goes, Madam, this is not Disneyland. And I turned around to him and I said, well, I'm not the one dressed as a clown. And I walked off because it was
Rynae, you know who you remind me of? You're like those tourists that, go up to the British Garden, in London with Buckingham Palace and it says do not touch and you're like, touch, and when the horse nips and they go, I can't believe it bit me. It's exactly that.
I just thought the blue of the uniform matched the blue writing on our coaster. I thought it would look lovely. That's all I thought. And I'm quite respectful.
And he gets paid to do requests by the audience that comes up to him, clearly.
So anyway, that was my little altercation in Rome, but I was happy because I was
drinking. At least you weren't arrested.
No, I wasn't.
The only? Surely there was more.
No, did you hear the story of the lady that actually washed her feet in the Trevi Fountain recently?
Yeah.
And she got arrested for
Who
does that? I know, that's what you call silly.
You should have fully immersed yourself in there.
Would you?
Naked.
You don't put your anyway. Besides that, okay, so going back to, let's just start with where I went in Europe and how it all went. So this is a true story, everybody.
Clearly, because you went there.
No, the details, because they're pretty good. We travelled to 17 spots. We did 5,000 kilometres in the car. We did 3 countries. We did 7 planes in 22 days, all with a toddler. Plus we were toilet training. Plus we had his walker as well. And
did you forget this fact when you were planning?
I tell you what I did.
No, seriously.
No, I tell you what I did forget is that Airbnb in Europe, in most places, especially Europe, Spain and France, is there's a piazza in front of the apartment. So there's no automatic parking at the place. I actually forgot this. So my poor husband would have to drop me off at the piazza. I find the host and then he'd go off and find, let's say, parking, which is 15 minutes away, and then have to drag all the luggage to the
shit.
And then, don't get me wrong, love Europe, but elevators aren't big.
No.
Well, they don't work.
Oh, these worked, but it took, God bless him, 3 or 4 up and downs to get stuff in. And you're talking, we stayed in a place 1 night, 2 nights. So that was probably something I learned from the trip is Airbnbs, piazzas, no car park. Got to remember that. And especially when you're traveling, because I try to travel light, but I don't travel light. Because I try, but
Rynae.
I don't because
Rynae, you don't travel light.
Well, this is what I started doing, throwing out clothes as I bought them. Oh, I don't need that. I'll put this in there instead because every single place I went, I bought something, and I started leaving clothes in the wardrobes of the Airbnb so I'd have space in my suitcase. So
What's good though, someone will find it and be like, woohoo.
but it was I thought it was lovely. I thought, oh, I got a piece of my clothing.
Yeah.
That's all right. But we landed in Naples first.
What did you think of Naples?
Oh, because I've been there many times.
No, but do you love it?
Oh, I love it.
I love
I think Italy has that real north versus south, a bit like here, but not so fancy. But, you've got the northern Roman feeling and you've got the southern, Naples and you've got
they are
Sicily.
very different.
It is very
completely.
very different vibe, different manner with people.
More like coastal kind of.
Chilled.
Yeah.
And nothing was, I'll say this, nothing was a problem in the whole of Italy, but my husband is from that area, Campania, and what I appreciated about it is because when we got to Naples and we were up towards the centre, and I remember one drunken night ending up in this area, having the oldest pizza in town. But I said to Pete, we've got to go down to the port area because that's what I remember. That's where we used to dock. So the first couple of days we were in the northern part of the southern part, if I'm making sense. And then I would just say, I've got to keep walking towards the water. And we got down to Naples and the port area had exploded. Like if you take the laneways of Melbourne, multiply that by 80.
Wow.
It was just so much fun. And we walked around and we'd start drinking 11 o'clock in the morning and we'd have a bit of something to eat, then do a bit of shopping. And that was our whole trip.
It's on holidays.
It was wonderful. But the Naples car hire, because we get there, we've been on a plane for 36 hours and typical, I shouldn't say that, you order something and it's not what you order. And Pete knows about transport and stuff like that. And, he blew up then. Like he goes, this isn't the car that I ordered, but, they substituted for something else. And everything fit in and we squeezed everything in. And then we got to –
Sorry, can I just ask you, surely that wasn't the first time he blew up?
Oh, no.
I'm assuming as soon as he left the house en route to the airport,
Driving.
he would have been, I don't fucking want to go on the holiday.
every little bit, it was a bit of blow up. But the one thing is there's a blow up and then within 15 seconds he's back down. So I knew.
That's why it's entertaining to watch.
I go, it's just 15 seconds and it'll be over. And then it's over. I'm going, okay, here we go. And we're back to normal, like nothing happened. So up and down. However, the Airbnb that we stayed in Naples was wonderful. It was like a 16th century old apartment. There was no way we were going to find it though. So we drove the street. You know how they drive in Naples. You've been to Naples?
Yeah.
Like it's like ants. I don't know how they've got so. And then we end up at this particular. I'm going, which window? Which balcony? I don't know. So I actually called the host, and he was nice enough to come down.
They're pretty accommodating.
Oh, but they're lovely,
Yeah.
and they helped us up to the room and even carried our suitcases and
wow.
and all the way through Europe, everyone kept saying, "I just want the 5-star rating.
Oh, bless.
Oh, really?
Just give me a 5-star rating." I reckon that was told to me about 4 or 5 times a day. Even restaurants, give me the 5-star rating on Google.
And did you?
Yeah, I did every single time.
Because I'm not one. I'm one of those going, yeah. And then I do genuinely forget.
Yeah.
And then I can't be bothered.
No,
It's too far gone.
Unless I know them and I'm going to see them, then I go, yes, I did it. I'm going to do it now.
no, I do. As soon as they walk away, I did it because I thought that's probably really important for them. And then while we're in Naples, I saw my old boat, which is Celebrity Cruises Constellation. Shout out to Celebrity Cruises.
How did you feel when you saw it?
Oh, I go, this is of all the days in the year, that boat has to be here at that time, or that ship. And
Synchronicity.
Synchronicity, yeah. And I'll go down and walk to the port. And I thought, what do I want to do if I meet someone that I know? I'm not really going to talk to them, am I? I'm going to ignore them. I think I'm not really going to talk to them. So that was like 25 years ago I was on that boat.
Shit.
And I said, oh, that's right. I could see my cabin.
Yeah.
Because I was an officer back then. I go to sleep in that one there. Oh. It was wonderful. It was really nice. And then that was Naples. And then we Lucy, we ended up to go to, where did I go next? To
Is it the Grand Hotel?
Sorrento. So day one, relax in Naples, then start driving. Of course, we can't rest for more than 24 hours. So get in the car and we drove down to Sorrento, and I had the best limoncello spritz in my life.
You love your limoncello though.
Lucy, this limoncello, the lemons, the colour, I did film it for Renee's reviews. The colour was like fluorescent yellow.
Wow.
It was beautiful.
Like impactful, like powerful.
Power-
as soon as you drink
but
it.
not-
that
not-
shit blows like your asshole sometimes. You're like, fuck.
Really tastes like lemons, like sour,
Yeah.
but sugary finish. And we were at the Grand Hotel in Sorrento.
Mhm.
And I've never visited Sorrento before because I never had a chance. Beautiful place. So we've said next time we go, we're going to stay in that area for a little while, go through Sorrento. Then we drove to, and we saw Hotel, I can't say,
Celsius?
Excelsior. That's where
Sophia Loren.
Sophia Loren stood in her maid's uniform and got really famous. So it was just that whole, and that Sorrento is just pure elegance, opulence, tourist, beautiful. And we were only there for about 3 or 4 hours, but had a fantastic lunch, and then went to Cinque Terre, down that way, and drove back. So as we were in places, we drove to other places. That's why it turned up to be 17 places in the end.
Yeah. But you did your own self-guided tour.
Yeah.
I would never, I would be too scared to drive on the roads. I just always just did a tour.
I would never drive.
Yeah, I've done Naples, Pompeii, Sorrento. We did a day trip.
Yeah.
And we just drove down from Rome in a bus. I was like,
I'd rather put my life in someone else's hands than my own.
Well,
Especially
I can
overseas.
tell you now, the way my husband drove, I reckon
He would have felt at home.
Well, yeah.
He would have felt
No,
safe.
the GPS wasn't keeping up.
No, it's not that. Have you ever been in a car with her husband? It's like my dad is a psychotic driver. Like he doesn't look at the road. He's, line up his cigarette while he's just talking like this. Even I think your husband picked us up one time from the airport, and even my dad was in the back. He didn't even talk. All he could say was, fucking shit. He looked at me, and then when we got out the car, he goes, oh my God, he goes, I was going to throw up. I go, now you know how I feel when I drive with you. So for him to say that, so he would actually be, I think, he would be driving slow compared to the Italians over there. That's what I'm trying to say. He's psychotic here, but he would feel at home.
Well, I felt like I was a rally car driver. Because Peter was a driver and I was a navigator because the GPS wasn't keeping up. So basically, if I went on my phone, I'll give you, I think we were between, I don't know, somewhere and somewhere. Let's put it that way. And I went on my phone for 3 or 4 seconds, and he was going through a roundabout, and I wasn't looking at the GPS, and he missed the turn. Should have seen me. I threw my phone across the car and I said, for God's sake, I look at my phone for 3 or 4 seconds and you miss a turn. And if you miss a turn in Europe, that adds 19 minutes.
yes.
Because to get the other way around. And I said, I can't even look at my phone. I have to drive with you. So throughout the whole journey, that was the first and last time. The whole journey, I just kept my eyes on the screen. I'd be going 200 metres, turn right. 300 metres, turn left.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
That's how I was.
Have you two ever thought of doing Amazing Race? Because I think
I
it'd
think
be
it'd be
wonderful.
very good.
No, pure factor just for entertainment. Because
Through the first
I reckon you'd be the last.
No, but we do. I will say we do travel
You
well.
do travel well, but
together.
you'd be very there'd be a comedic
I know.
kind of theme on your travel.
It's unbelievable. So you can imagine me.
Do you agree with me, Alex?
Yeah, actually really funny.
Yeah, I should. Anyone, Amazing Race, shout out to me. I'm happy to go on the race with my husband
Or your brother.
And then we'll do it as a competing team.
I know, because we had a conversation. We were watching. I go, you should do that, Al. He goes, not with you. I go, oh, no. We couldn't do it, you and me. And then I said, you know what? No, I said, Rynae and you. And he goes, fuck that. And I went, okay. And then I came back. I went, what about? We said, I do it with your brother. I go, I was just thinking that you it'd be. She wouldn't be as funny. No.
Do the brothers, the husbands and the wives.
Yeah, it'd be like my brother would be like,
We're
whatever,
running to
man.
the airport and trip one of them.
Sorry, that was a side note. We actually
That's
talked.
okay.
We had that conversation because I was like, oh my God, entertainment.
Well, it's all about entertainment. I think if you saw Peter and us going on the highway from Naples to Rome, it was comedic. It was comedic.
Just imagine it now.
And Matthew's probably sitting in the back and he's proof like this because we're going so fast. We're going so fast. And he thought it was great. You know what I mean? And the numbers, let's look at the numbers. My husband hit 160 an hour, 180 an hour.
Is that miles or kilometres?
Kilometres.
Oh, wow.
And then I reckon Spain so they're going slow here. He's doing 140, 150. And it was just like this. It's just and if they come out, so you're going but I will say he was going fast, but there were cars going faster than him.
But you know what, though? It is actually after a while when you get used to it, it is quite it's amazing to see it's just that's normal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like even when I don't drive and I refuse to drive because always end up on the wrong side of the road. I don't know. I always freak out and then go, fuck, what side am I supposed to be? And I'm always on the wrong side. I've had head-on collisions, like the roundabout. I literally went the other way and it was like, beep. I was like, fuck. And you know when you're screaming, which doesn't help you in a car. But it is actually quite normal. And then you're like 140, you're going, fuck, what are we going, 160? And they're like people going 180, 200.
Yeah.
Because
when you're slow and you're getting beeped.
When we were in the right lane, there were cars. And look, I will say my he is a very good driver.
No, he is.
He's mad and he takes
the roads here are too slow for him.
But he just goes but he fitted in quite well there. And then there was a car coming, in the right lane. He'll just move it. But the moving's like this. Like this. That's how quickly they move. Anyway, so we did Naples and we went down to that area and then I think I told you girls, I said to my husband, you could do whatever you want in Europe, just take me to Rome because I haven't been.
Yeah.
And I do want to die in Rome. It is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
It is, for me, I've been to a lot of places around the world, but there was something about Rome that took my heart and I can't wait to go back.
Yeah.
Like I just want to make a lot of money and buy an apartment there. But what we did, we went to Rome, we stayed one night, but the next day we had to go to Barcelona to the MotoGP. So whilst we were so what we did is we got the Airbnb in Rome, left our luggage there, paid for X amount of nights and then flew to Barcelona in the meantime. So the luggage wasn't so much in between.
Easier.
Like a day trip almost.
Yeah.
Like
so we left it all there. So the first night in Rome, we went out for dinner and look, the way the women dress, I mean, I think we all – shouldn't say that. The way the women dress is just a different level of sophistication and you don't see that.
It's beautiful.
You don't see that in, in the South or you don't see that in other countries. But, the tapestry on the woman's shoes is matching the tapestry on her bag. And then that's matching the
detail.
And the matching of the scarf. It was just beautiful.
It's classy and elegant.
And
I went in winter and you notice like everything's tailored. They've got this and beautiful boots and summer's dresses.
And all women of all ages were dressed stylistically. It was just beautiful.
They've all got good figures.
Stunning. Anyway,
all the pasta and the pista, they've still got good figures.
But before I'll go back to Rome, but we were at the MotoGP Barcelona and we ended up doing the VIP village there. And look, if you want to drink champagne all day and you have Michelin star meals and be surrounded with people in linen suits, do the VIP village.
Linen. That just got me.
I know, but they're all in linen and I feel like the Spanish have a different way of showing off their – I don't know, it's not their style than Italians, but you could smell the money in the room if that makes sense.
Well, you are in the VIP room.
Where do you think you are?
I know
you would be.
But I had no idea about MotoGP. If it wasn't for my son and my husband, I wouldn't go to that.
That's up her alley.
Yeah.
He's lucky he got those tickets.
Yes.
That's to start with. Like that was my first question was like, how did you get the tickets? Because they're usually just, he obviously figured out a way.
Snap them up. But it was just... Look, and I met the grid girls and
who?
The grid girls. You know
I
the
think
girls.
Grid girls.
The girls that stand with the umbrellas.
Ah, the grid people, checkers.
Yeah, and look, they're about 6'5" and stunning figures. And we went for a tour and went past, I don't even know his name, Marquez and
I don't know the GP.
Yeah, Bagnaia and all those
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
they're people.
Yeah, they're people. Okay. They're drivers. And went down for a tour down on the track. I mean, I went along because, I have to look after my son.
You would have been happy. You would have had champagne and you would have been like, oh, my God, this is fantastic.
Oh, you should see. I was so – but when you are at the track and if you see it on TV, if you think it's fast on TV, they're like mosquitoes, the bites.
Like that quick.
They go past and the noise comes after. That's how fast they're going, Lucy. And you go, oh, my God, this is going so fast. And the noise is quite loud. Mm-hmm. So we took my son out and put – our hands on his ears because he refused to wear the earmuffs I bought him. And it's a 3-day event. So 3 days of drinking champagne and carrying on. And, I loved it. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was just.
And you like Barcelona?
Alex, Barcelona lost a bit of its grandeur.
You
reckon?
I went there 20 years ago in my, mid-20s and Maybe, I don't know, maybe my perspective. I don't know if I have changed or the city has changed.
I think it's probably you yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. But
It's raw, very raw.
I do feel like everything was a bit more of an effort in Spain with people service and stuff like that. It seemed a little bit, and you can tell me more about this because you mentioned it last week. It felt like Spain was over us as visitors.
Yeah, very.
And I think if I've worked, and you know what I'm like about service, but when you work in the service industry, you pick it up quite quickly that somebody doesn't want to help you. And then, but where we stayed that first weekend in Barcelona, it was across the road from the La Sagrada Familia Cathedral. So I could literally look outside. I mean, the apartment's probably the size of the studio, probably 45 square meters. But the balcony, you'd look outside and I could see the actual church, which was beautiful because I've never seen that before. And we were in a different part of town.
Yeah.
And to walk to the La Rambla would take, I reckon, 45 minutes. So we're on that side. But I appreciated going to the cathedral. But I don't know what, I just felt to me it lost a bit of its shine. And I don't know if I'll go back to Barcelona. I don't mean that.
It's really interesting.
I'll go to Spain on the outskirts because we stayed in a few places there, which I'll talk to you in a little bit. But I don't know if I'll go back to Barcelona if I have to.
I think some of those big cities have lost their shine
Don't
and
you think
gloss.
all big cities do? I think as you get older, you appreciate different things.
Yeah, that too.
Do you know what I mean? Like your tastes change.
Yeah.
Because you say you love Rome. I hate Rome and I hate Milan. I think it's overrated. But that's me.
Yeah. When were
I
you
love
in Rome,
the small
Lucy?
towns. Yeah, I love the small towns. Sicily's my favourite. I just love that. See, and then you speak to other people and they hate that.
Yeah,
and I think, cool.
Everyone's
See, for me,
different.
but I love Barcelona. I did not like Madrid. But then that's me. I don't like that. For me, that was fake. Like, it's beautiful. Everything's in its place. But for me, it's not. I don't know. I just love that authenticity, like rawness.
Yeah.
See, I'd never been to Rome, so that's why it blew me away. But I felt like in Rome, life was we'll talk about Rome now, back to it, la dolce vita. Everyone was happy.
That's Italy.
Yeah, I suppose that is Italy.
But then you're on holidays too.
Yeah, no,
Which
but I
has
do.
that kind of,
No,
Filter.
the honeymoon phase.
I don't know. I agree with you, but I do feel like, especially Rome and Naples, you'd go into somewhere and everyone's smiling, nothing was an effort. Different in France and different in Spain. I'll talk about those. I
get what you're saying.
Yeah, but everyone's happy.
But then I think it depends where you are, though.
That's
too.
true. Well, I was 10 minutes from the Vatican.
And I think the service as well, what you're
Mm.
saying is that's throughout Europe. And we are used to a certain service here, and then you get Americans, like when you're travelling, their level of service is up here. We're like in between. Europe is completely different. Like getting what you want like that, they don't give a shit.
I tell you, but
then it depends where you are.
I will say where I was in Rome, that's what it was like.
Yeah.
Because they could see I was having 10 Aperol spritz and they give me a free limoncello.
But then again, you're in a tourist area.
And that's why I'm calling it Aperol spritzation. I cannot believe how much Aperol umbrellas and how much Aperol I saw throughout Italy and France. It was everywhere.
Drink of choice.
I was just going to say, it must be like some drink of choice.
It's unbelievable. I've never seen so many. So, but they were beautiful Aperol spritz.
Do you like that, Alex?
I don't.
Alex
I
does
don't.
it.
I'm not a fan.
I think it's
she
the
makes it,
Aperol.
I'll drink
I
it,
would love
but
for
I
you to
don't-
make me one so I can ask you questions about it.
Yeah.
But whenever I've had them out at a function,
See, her
it's
and my
not my
husband love it.
favourite.
He's like, this. I'm like, give me a gin, straight gin.
I could live on
Yeah.
it. And so I was living on it.
Of course you were.
But then I'll talk to you about one. So we did Barcelona, then we came back to Rome. We spent a couple of days in Rome and ended up in a traditional Roman restaurant in the sense where they cooked everything in a wood fire oven. And I love saltimbocca, which
my favourite.
Yeah, I know. But this was done in a wood fire oven, the traditional
Even better.
way. Yeah. Oh,
Even better.
one of my best dishes. It was it's a old fashioned Roman restaurant, and then we were back. We went to the Colosseum.
What do you think of the Colosseum?
Loved it. Did you?
No, I was going to say, have you been in? I know this is sidetracking because of the whole
No.
Colosseum thing. You've been to Pula? Have you checked the Colosseum there?
I haven't been to
It's
Pula.
the only one with all four sides in Crow.
No.
Oh.
No, I haven't been to that.
It's interesting because, you see that Colosseum, wow, like it would have been great in its grandeur. But then we went to Pula, obviously the Roman architecture there and stuff like that. It's the only Colosseum with all 4 sides. But it is smaller.
Oh, I was going to
It's just
say, is it
interesting,
the
like-
same size?
No,
No,
it's a
it's
lot smaller.
All right.
But the Colosseum's amazing. It would have been fantastic if it was like...
But that was the first time. Well, see, I'd never seen it, so
Yeah.
I was blown away. And then went to the Vatican, and look, we were lucky enough to go to the Vatican in the Jubilee year, which meant we had special access to the Basilica. What's I've forgotten the state now.
St. Peter's.
St. Peter's Basilica, sorry, forgive me. And we went there. The one thing I will tell you about going to the Vatican with a toddler, they don't have pram access. So
really?
that particular day, I ended up carrying my son about 350 steps, and all I kept thinking, I'm hoping God can see me carrying him, and I'm hoping I'm getting a blessing because it was hot.
I was thinking, shit, I'm going to get wicked muscles here.
Yeah, well, I've got wicked
I'm gonna be
muscles
ripped.
already, Lucy, I tell you, but I kept carrying up and the gentleman that was our tour guide, true story, from Melbourne,
Oh.
but born in Rome. His parents were English, and his mother was English, his father was Italian. His mother fell pregnant, and his father said, my son's going to be born in Rome. So they came back to Rome and he was born there. So he's come back in later life. Think about John Lennon crossed with David Bowie, cool glasses, very suave.
It's a very specific...
That's what he was like.
Two people that you've come up with.
Yeah, but no, he had those round glasses on, but he had this, this
Swagger,
and he was just cool. But he was from Melbourne. So speaking Italian,
That's cool.
it was very cool. And he had so
He's from Melbourne, so he's obviously cool.
yeah, but like you, Lucy. And he had this absolute knowledge
Us.
of the Vatican, which was beautiful. So, and he knew people, was paying people to get us past lines. And
Yeah.
And he kept saying to me, oh, I'm so sorry, there's more stairs. I said, it's okay, I don't mind. I'll just keep going. And I walked through the Sistine Chapel with Matthew on my hips and then went down there. But it was lovely. It was
It'd been beautiful with all the history
big
and
day.
stuff. Yeah.
Big day. I was drenched because I think I've mentioned here.
Was there a lot of people? Like overcrowded?
Well, it was September, so the school holidays were actually over. It didn't feel crowded to me. No, it didn't feel crowded. No. There were people, but it didn't feel overcrowded. But we had a great guide that was helping us
Felt
along.
lucky, yeah.
Yeah, he was very good. Yeah. And then he turns around and goes, make sure you give me the 5-star rating. I go, of course I will.
You know what? You should have said you would have got 5-star if you carried my son.
No,
That's what I would have said. Or at least held his legs while I held his head. You know,
So he was
50-50.
And my husband was carrying the pram. So because one had to carry, I thought,
Can I not ask you this? This is what I used to do. Just carry the pram with the kid. And then one would take, the front and I'd take the
one
back.
comes back.
And I did that with a bottle of alcohol
you're
under my
talking
arms.
about 350.
Yeah, hello. I've been up a lot of stairs. I'm just saying it's a lot easier that way.
Well, okay, I'll think about that next time I go.
Just saying next time.
Next
And
time.
can I just, a side note, I forgot to tell you, when we were travelling, do you know that, I don't know how we got onto it, because, with kids and all this kind of stuff, and, we had people when we were touring with disabilities and stuff. There is actually on the website, when you're looking up, say, a country you're in, it actually comes up with like wheelchair access of ways to get to certain places. And because we were in Spain when we were having a look, and then we came up with Italy, and it had like ways to get around. It obviously would add 15, 20 minutes to your... But it's really cool now what they've got access for.
Which is great.
People that are, the struggling or can't walk.
Yeah.
There is,
I can tell you hand on heart that the Vatican does not have it.
Well, okay.
Hand on
Besides
heart.
the Vatican.
Because I can tell you that now because he goes, there's no way you're going to get through without
Do
carrying.
you know what? They
which is
probably
fine.
think prayer would help them, a miracle.
I was just going to say there's probably a blessing booth. So
They're like, you may
someone to get
walk.
blessed and in the stairs on a problem.
You can walk.
It did, but I will say it did restore. Look, I am spiritual and I'm somewhat religious, but it did restore my faith a little bit more in our faith when I saw all that. It's just
That's good.
It blew me away. And when we got to the end of the Vatican, my husband turns around to me and goes, "I've been in that basilica. You can go in there and have a look." He goes, I was in there when I was 18. I went in there by myself, and it just blew me away. We had special access because of the Jubilee year.
Yeah.
And then came downstairs and saw there was 2 fountains down there as well. And we've also visited the Trevi Fountain while we were there and the Angel Bridge. It was just, to me, and the Pantheon, excuse me, was just beautiful.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I love the Pantheon.
Could not fault Rome. Then we left Rome.
Mm.
Didn't want to leave Rome. Like, I just didn't want to leave.
You'll be back there one day, don't worry.
So we went to a place called Livorno, where it's very close to Florence, and it reminds me a lot of Fremantle. Actually, it's got the same feeling of a port city. Yeah, very relaxed. We only stayed there for one night, but went out for a meal of bistecca florentina, which is basically steak in a wood fire oven, and it comes out and it's practically raw in the middle but cooked on the outside. So it's a bit like carpaccio. If you can imagine when you get carpaccio, it's that rawness.
Yeah.
And it's raw, but it tastes beautiful. And that was Livorno. And I'd been there before, and also we went to, after that was Genoa.
Oh, what'd you think?
I love Genoa.
I've never been there. That's one of the only places we're talking about today that I haven't been.
Alex, so for me, it's quite special is because it's where our parents, or maybe our grandparents in the 1960s, that was their last stop out of Europe when they came to Australia.
Yeah, okay.
And Genoa is the oldest port in Europe. And it's beautiful, isn't it, Lucy?
What'd you do?
Oh, look, we rocked up. We had to find the Airbnb first, which was just, oh my God.
I think the current theme is looking for the B&B.
And then we this lovely girl, and poor Peter's, eyes are popping out of his head, and I'm thinking, oh, she's going to get scared of him, but it's okay, it's all fine.
Can I ask you, did most of them meet you there, or was it like just get the key from the letterbox and it'd take you like half the day trying to get it out?
Italy, they met.
And they'd never call you back.
Italy, they met every place. France was a different story. Spain, everything was locked away.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I had troubles in
But
Spain.
all the keys were there.
Yeah.
But
just trying to get into it sometimes.
In Italy, I needed help because I actually didn't know where to. Look, you can't find it. Like, you can't find the place unless I think they know that in Italy because they want to bring you to the right place, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Genoa, we went out for a meal we were there 1 or 2 nights. Can't remember now. But I do remember the restaurant, La Canela. It was a Michelin star restaurant, and I had the best meal of my life in that restaurant.
Wow.
And that's a huge call. And I never realised that basil pesto comes from Genoa. So I
didn't know that.
Yeah. So I asked the waiter, can you tell me what's your favourite dish? Which I do. He goes, the best dish you can ever try is basil pesto from Genoa. And he spoke beautiful English. And I was just taken away. Like, it was just orgasmic, if I can say. It was just, I'm going, my God. And I don't eat pasta very often. But when I got to try this. And I had with it an organic white wine. And Peter doesn't usually have organic white wine, but Peter had tripe in white wine sauce.
Oh, wow.
Which he loves. Tripe.
Oh, yeah.
Tripe is stomach lining for those people that don't know.
Tripe's actually not bad.
I don't. No,
Okay.
I can't. But I did try that.
Sorry.
I did try his, and it was lovely. But the theme I have to mention now through the whole. So I did lots of Rynae's reviews overseas, and the one thing I picked up through all the wines that I was tasting in Europe, organic, biodynamic. And I can tell you now, biodynamic organic tastes nothing like here in Australia.
Completely different.
Because they've been doing it so much longer than us. And the funny thing is, out of, let's say, 10 nights, my husband and I would drink organic wine. The one night that we had a normal wine, the next day my head was blowing up.
Okay.
Can you imagine all the shit that, like, when you compare it?
Can you just remind me what makes it organic?
Well, this is my understanding, but don't quote me. They don't use pesticides on the grapes.
So it's the grapes themselves that are organic?
I think that's biodynamic. I may be wrong, but then also organic is no preservatives.
Okay.
It's the way that they make it, because that's what we do, homemade wine. We'd never put any sugar in.
Yeah.
But then it was really hard trying to get that level because you'd have to put a bit in. But ours went, like you say, organic. When we would drink it, no headaches. And we would drink like litres of it.
You're talking a decent amount.
This is like years ago when we were making it, and we've kind of perfected in the end.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell the difference, like you say. Bought wine and then homemade. It's completely different.
All right, and then let's just quickly talk about France, Alex.
Your favourite place?
Well, it is one of my favourite places. No, it's not my favourite place. Well,
this is different.
Oh, let's say, I suppose my education in wine started in France, and I had a lot of good times in France. But now my favourite place is Rome.
Yeah.
So I rocked up.
So I was going to say, what happened with your accommodation with this one?
Right. So
I've been waiting for her. She hasn't gone off yet. Go on, get angry.
whilst we were overseas, my little boy started sleeping by himself in the sense in bassinets.
Yeah.
So I started to make an idea that basically it'd be nice to have him to have a bassinet in every Airbnb. And I messaged this lady in France, and I said to her, look, we're arriving in 4 hours. We're travelling from Tarragona, which was a place that we stopped in Spain. It was just a beach. I said, we're coming in 4 hours. Just wondering, is it possible that you can put the bassinet out for my son? She writes back, no. Okay, I thought to myself, I must be in France.
It's all right, I'll put him in a drawer then, thank you.
I go, could you possibly let me know where the bassinet is so I can actually take it out, assemble it? And I'm happy to do that, right? Get there. First, the key and the accommodation probably wasn't the greatest. Of all the Airbnbs I picked, this wasn't a winner. Very noisy part of the town. And I tried to put the bassinet together and I take a photo. I said, it's not working. She goes, well, you have to flick the wrist. I said, I know how to flick the wrist. I know how to put bassinets together. It's not working.
I flick the wrist all the time.
15 messages back and forth. 15 messages. Pete goes, right, I'm not doing this. So I went down the road to the Hyatt Regency and just left the Airbnb as it was.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Sometimes you just, yeah.
Like, I'm not doing this is my time on vacation. I'm not spending 15 messages.
I just can't believe it took that long to get to that point.
Pete goes, we're not doing this. So packed everything back up, drove down to the Hyatt Regency.
Thank you for your services. They were so lovely.
Yeah, and left everything as it was. And so went to the Hyatt Regency instead. It was great.
Yeah.
But the funny thing was, Alex, the first night that we were in, because I'd been there before a lot of times, Nice, everyone's running around. Like, there's all these people running on that beach, on Nice Beach or Cannes, wherever it is. I'm going, they're all fit, like really fit.
You surprised?
Yes, I am surprised because the last time in France, nobody was running. I'm going, this doesn't seem right.
It is a long time since you've been there.
Wait, Lucy. There's a kicker. I go up to look up. It's the Ironman challenge.
Oh.
I was going to say, surely they've got
so we
baguettes
arrived
and cheese
on the
and
Friday. You've got all these sports people running back and forth, and Sunday was the final.
Wow.
And we ended up at the hotel, and we could see the finishing line from our hotel room.
Were you eating while they were running?
I was having breakfast. I was eating. Yeah, I was having pate. Yeah.
It was meant to be.
And then you were like, do you want some?
Yeah, no. So that's
throwing it up.
Oh, that's what happened. It was just, and look, the fishes, the oysters. We went to the first oyster bar in Europe, in France, which was lovely.
I love oysters. Do you love oysters, Alex?
No.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Another.
no.
I just had
I
this
don't like
conversation the other
ocean
day.
stuff. So I'm not a fan of anything from the sea, pretty much.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh my God,
except I'll have raw. I like, what's it called? I'm having a mental blank.
Salmon?
Sashimi.
Oh.
I love sashimi. I could have a whole plate of sashimi as long as it's cured. It's got like a lemony, like carpaccio
Sorry, what's wrong
style
with
thing.
you?
I know. And then I can have some prawns if they're like really nice and fresh. But like I don't really like fish.
Okay.
Like when you made scallops, love it. Like
Oh,
I like
I'm glad
prawns,
you like my
scallops.
scallops.
If
Okay.
they're
Oh,
in like
Say scallops are beautiful.
lemon, like oil and stuff like that. But like if I'm gonna go somewhere to eat, it'll be like red meat, lamb, chicken, fish. Like always that
Is it
order.
because you don't like? Is it because it's soft? It's
I have a theory. When I was little, that I really liked the movie The Little Mermaid. So
oh, okay.
I might have had some like weird subliminal like don't eat stuff from the ocean.
I get that.
And we didn't cook it very often at home. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't a common thing.
okay.
So then I'd have canned tuna a lot. Like I like tuna. I know. But like
So
that was
can
what
eat
I had
fresh
when I was
tuna.
little.
I can't do canned tuna. It's
Yeah,
weird.
we have it in like a pasta sauce. So but yeah, we weren't big on big
That's really
fresh fish.
interesting.
Yeah. It's the smell.
Oh, you die.
Like if I went,
she would die like in those like
we'd
islands.
go to the Sydney fish markets and I would want to like throw up.
I can't stand.
I love
I
it.
can't
violently.
stand the smell of
Yeah,
that.
no, it
but I
makes
will
me want
eat
to
it.
gag.
Anyway, before we go to our weekly wine, I just wanted to mention, Lucy, I was going to talk to you about my souvenir experience in Nice.
Yes. And did you do a lot of shopping in France?
I bought my son a Lacoste outfit. I bought myself a new leather wallet, and there were gifts from my mum, which were lovely. More shopping in Italy and more shopping in Spain.
Different, did you find?
Because in France, I wanted to eat and drink more, not shop, because the food in France is beautiful. But anyway, I went to a souvenir shop on the main drag, and when I walk into a souvenir shop, I'll take this, I'll take this, I'll take this, I'll take this, I'll take this. And I probably got about 150 euros worth of stuff there. And I'll just put it on the bench and I'll say, okay, could you possibly get me that magnet over there behind the wall? This young French lady goes, oh.
Hang on, I've got to turn around and use my arm to reach.
I looked at her, right. I left everything on the bench. I'm going now. And I walked out.
Yeah.
Because that was just typical.
Did you think you won that? She would have gone, yes.
No,
she would have gone, fuck,
No.
I have to put it back.
Yeah, well, she did. And that's it.
Yeah.
She had to put everything back. Because I reckon there was about 17, 18 pieces there. And I thought to myself, I'm just going to leave
But
now.
if I was in a mood, I'd go, see you, bitch. Bye.
But what did she want you to do? Like walk behind the counter to get it?
I don't know. Obviously, I was
Or just take what was in front of you, Alex.
I have no idea. But let's move into. I just want to say my weekly wine, this particular segment or this episode, is because everything feels real in Europe, from the plastic to material.
Oh, can I say I miss plastic? I love the plastic over there.
Isn't it?
Like plastic bags, straws,
I know.
plastic. I was
I
like sucking
agree.
on that going, I should steal these and take them home.
I did.
Yeah.
I brought 30 bags home. I've got them in my, and I'm keeping them because they're my souvenirs.
And then you know what I would ask? Money? And they're like, no, take it. I'm like, oh my God.
I know,
I'm
real
not getting
plastic.
charged for fucking plastic.
we were on the same page. It was so exciting. But you couldn't. I mean, you'd open the water bottle and you can't take the cap off.
Oh, how many
because
times?
it's real plastic.
Yeah, but wait,
Yeah.
you know what fucked me off with that? And then I loved it at the end. That thing, you know how the lid's attached to the bottle. Do you know how many times I like shoved it up my nose or caught my tooth on it? And then after a while, it was trying to rip that fucker off. Like it's hard.
It's really
Especially when
hard.
you're
I'm glad
desperate
we're
for
gonna
a
say-
drink
I'm glad
and on
we're
the
gonna say-
beach. I'm like, fuck's sake, and I couldn't swallow it. It was like, you know, like.
And I've got my little boy in the back of the car going, Mummy, I want the bottle now. I want the bottle now. And I can't take the lid
You're
off.
like, I just can't. I'm fucking dealing with
it's
the bottle
so
lid.
strong.
Yeah.
So that was my little weekly wine. Everything in Europe because it's made in a different place, but we won't mention that place. So
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't want to say it, but
Okay.
we ended up, and for listeners to understand, I've told this, I'm the planner in the family. I do all the planning, and I think I can 9 days before we're leaving to Europe, my husband goes, "Oh, let's go to bullfighting."
Yeah, I was going to say, you didn't even talk about that.
And I went, "Oh, let's go to bullfighting. Okay, sure. Let me just rearrange everything for you,
And he would've gone, "Great, Rynae."
rearrange your accommodation. Let me just sort everything out." And look,
Can I just say this as you're a bit of a meticulous planner.
yeah,
See, if you had put like your toilet breaks in, sleeping breaks, you would have had more. It would have been less stressful. I'm just saying.
But I like
As
how
a
you
no planner.
I like how you researched and planned the restaurants to go to as well.
yep.
'Cause I think
I appreciate that.
I do
Yeah.
And
that.
I leave somewhere, I go, fuck, I should have. And someone
Yeah.
goes, did you go there? I'm
Yeah,
like,
you
I
didn't
even know it was
know.
there.
Yeah.
And I was like right around the corner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ended up in Albacete watching the bullfighting.
How did you feel with I've got mixed feelings about that.
So bullfighting, in case anyone doesn't know, I'm just going to say I'm not going to put an opinion on it. The bulls are actually killed.
Are they banning that though?
I don't know if they're banning it, Lucy.
No, because I did hear like they were thinking of like, because it's an old practice, I suppose, with people's feelings in this day and age.
They are actually. They're not, but people are actually being killed. Bulls are being killed.
People are too.
People are being,
Yeah.
they have been killed with the bullfight.
So I watched 2 of the rounds and I left
yeah.
because I couldn't handle it. And look, that's their tradition. But I will say it didn't help the fact that I dropped a G&T on the back of 5 men.
You can just see how that would go.
So, you know, I
finding out how I
we're
knew-
cramped in this
I don't know how to swear in Spanish.
little Colosseum. You know when you go, okay. You know when you,
Sorry.
no, listen. You
What
know
a
when you
waste
go,
of gin.
I'm picking up this drink really slowly.
Oh, yeah.
What if I actually drop it? And I dropped it. But we don't have much time left, and I just want to talk quickly about that's a true story. I went to Malaga. That was lovely. Great vibe. Lots of shopping. Lots of bars. Been there many times. I reckon Pete and I will definitely go back there and stay longer. Ended up on the beach with the little one. Malaga is my type of city because it goes until 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning and nobody wakes up till 10, literally. And I could see that from my apartment because nobody was moving before 10 o'clock. So that's where I will go live as well. So we went to Barcelona on the last night, and basically what happened on our way home, before we went Malaga, Madrid for one night, bought myself an amazing goat leather jacket beautiful.
It is very
It was
soft.
very cool. And
Sorry,
then,
Peter fans.
then we dropped off the car and then got onto the bullet train from Madrid to Barcelona. And lo and behold, whilst we're in Barcelona, my husband gets a message on his phone saying that our trip on the way home has been changed. And now we're doing Emirates business class because there was a terror threat in the airports or something happened. I don't know.
Were you caught up in that?
I don't know. I wouldn't know. Things like that. I don't.
That was happening at the same time.
It was terror threats were happening in London and Paris, and so they had a whole change of flights. And we ended up in Emirates Business Lounge with a flight. Instead of 2 stops home, we got one stop home.
Nice.
And I ended up in the bar in the sky.
Hang on,
Like Jennifer Aniston in that.
Are you going
ad.
to tell me what the hell this
All
is
right.
then?
So I wanted to
I'm thinking
just.
that's a vibrator. Please tell me.
No, I just want you
It's
to,
not.
Luce, do you want to open that bag of Emirates?
I'm so scared.
Yeah, there's nothing to be scared about.
No. Go.
Yeah, and just have a look what's in there. See what you get. It's just so amazing. Like I
So is this a pad? Okay.
Oh, so is this what they give you on the plane?
Yeah,
it's cool.
tissues. Have
Wow.
get the exciting stuff.
Deodorant.
Deodorant, yeah. But look at the deodorant. Real Rexona.
Wow.
Bulgari cream. I know. Show
Bulgari.
everybody.
Love that. Oh,
I know.
okay.
Yes.
What is that? I can't read. Lip balm.
Lip balm. There's perfume in there as well.
Got more?
Cream. It's just fantastic.
Oh my God, perfume.
Perfume.
They must be the sponsors for this year.
Bulgari.
Yes.
Yep. Shout out to Bulgari if they want to sponsor us.
Oh, a comb. You can't go
Yeah, I
without a
know.
comb.
But look, of all the and look, I've been on a few business class flights.
Do you know what? I've
They
got
got real
say,
Good old
toothpaste.
Colgate, yeah.
They're
Do you
real
know what?
toothpaste.
This is better than Air Italia when they lost my fucking luggage and they gave me something like this. I go, here.
Yeah, there you
Thanks,
go.
asshole. I don't have any clothes.
So-
And it wasn't like
That's
good
it.
like
And look,
this.
there's Bulgari. There's the Bulgari on the outside of the bag. That's the little
Wow.
thing.
You haven't even
that-
taken the plastic off it yet. The
Like-
little Bulgarian.
Do you know what? I can't wait to do a sleepover at
no,
Rynae's
yeah.
and I'll get this on my bed.
You have to be
So just to let you
get in
know,
line.
when guests come over to my house, everything I collected, I put on the bed for them. So they have slippers
And
and
then when you
eye
come
mask
to my
and-
house, I have fuck all.
then they have that in the bathroom. So, but the perfume, Luce. So, by the way, everybody, I drank
I'm
Laurent
scared to open this.
Perrier all the way home.
It's going to go.
Yeah,
I only had 1 hour sleep. I watched Conclave.
Oh, wow.
Conclave is probably one of the top 10 films I've watched
Do
in
you
my
not love
life.
that? The
And,
intrigue.
and I was back in Rome.
But did you not
I
think
need to
that's
watch
probably
it.
what really happens?
I do think it also
Yeah.
really happens. It was
Love that.
fantastic.
I need to watch it.
Anyway, so I drank Laurent Perrier all the way home. Only had an hour's sleep because I didn't want to miss out on valuable champagne drinking time.
Which is really important.
It's really
Well,
important.
how often
You
are
can
you getting
sleep in the
on
house.
that experience? And
I-
your son was sleeping.
I said to the hostie and the host, I go, my son's sleeping, just keep topping up my glass. And they were so lovely. But then I decided I'm going to buy
Drunk purchase.
drunk purchase.
Oh, that's lovely.
But look how it's packed.
That is really nice. Do you want to have a look?
What's it called?
Yeah, it looks really
Like you're going to ask me?
It's Sospiro, but what's the name of it?
Vibrato.
Vibrato.
I thought it was a vibrator.
And it's sort of,
Vibrato.
if I can say this
Vibrato.
loose, you watch Conclave, it sort of works with the Conclave movie because it's unisex.
Well, there you
Oh,
go.
nice.
So boy and girl.
I'm a big fan of unisex
yeah.
perfume and stuff.
I don't remember
Not
smelling
after,
it,
like,
but I thought
after.
I've got to buy that.
Yeah.
So that was it. So yeah, that was my way home. Lovely trip. Of
You haven't told me much about the food you've eaten in Spain. Have you had
Spanish
any?
Iberian ham. I could live on that to the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Loved
Shout
it.
out carnivore diet.
Yeah.
Just to say, I could actually live on that
Yeah,
and have
the
it
jamon.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 or 5 times. I loved it. I
Yeah.
thought it was beautiful. And, first thing in the morning, you go down to the bar, order a coffee, and they're doing loved it. Spanish food in general, great. We did a lot of seafood.
Did you paellas?
Did paella, yes, but the Iberian ham blew me away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favourite memories was when I was 19 and I was in Spain. And I went with my uncle when I first arrived. And on the way home, we went into one of those butchers and he got one of those hams. They hang them up along the
Yeah.
Yeah, and then for like the
So
week that I
cool.
was there and we had lots of family over and stuff, they would like cut it fresh every day. So nice.
And there's a restaurant in Malaga, if you can imagine the size of, Geno's, that corner size, and it's all glass, and there's prosciutto all the way around. Like you walk in there and they'll say how long that one's been aged, that one's been aged, that one's been aged. Then we ended up in a seafood like a seafood market.
Yeah.
Where all the seafood was fresh. You could see it in front of you. Then you sit there and they cook it in front of you and you eat it there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was lovely.
That's cool.
Malaga, I do highly recommend because it didn't feel so stiff as Madrid. Or you've been to Malaga, Lucy. You were on the boat there, were you?
Mallorca.
Mallorca, excuse me. Oh, you were, sorry. And it doesn't feel so busy as Barcelona. It's somewhere in between.
Yeah.
And lovely, great time because it had a beach, but that was that. And
I'm so glad that you liked Rome. I love Rome. Like I was younger when I first went there, and just the pavement, like everything's so old. That's what
History.
struck me, was that you're walking on stones that are like over 2,000 years old,
Yeah.
and you can see in the streets where there are divots where the horse and carriage used to drive. And I was just, to me, I was blown away as the age. And then we stayed in a hotel and we walked around the corner, and that's where the Pantheon was.
yeah.
And I just walked into a big piazza and had that big old building just there. And I was like, oh my God, it's like just
All right.
You
So,
know what? And you know what's really good in Rome?
beautiful.
The policemen are really hot.
Oh, yeah.
oh my God, I wanted to get into
And
trouble.
I stayed one time in a hotel full of like the
Buonasera.
army, and let me just tell you, they're all beautiful.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
And they're very
Beautiful.
accommodating.
So the funny thing, the first day in Rome,
Just saying from a friend.
Buonasera.
so the first day,
Buonasera.
but you're talking about Italian men, the first day in Rome, right? They all stand in front of their restaurants and they've got these mesmerizing eyes. And this is me. My husband's standing next to me. And this guy's got these green eyes, and I'm just following the green eyes. And he
Renee, I'm here. Hello.
and he sits me down, and my husband goes to me, Renee, I can see what you're doing. Can you wake up? He goes, can you wake up? You don't have to go to the first restaurant with a good-looking guy. There's lots of them. That was true. I sat down and went, oh, wow. But
They still pinch your ass when you walk down the street.
no, I didn't get, oh, no.
Yeah.
No,
Were they all,
I had a
were
pram.
they just like when you got to the airport? I found like all the taxi drivers, they're just like leering and
They
doesn't
do.
matter what
There's a lot of
size
gazing.
you are.
At least that was happening when I
And
went.
some calls.
No, I think I was too
whistling.
busy to see any of that. Or maybe I'm too old for anyone to look at me. I'm not too
No,
sure.
they don't.
might
Care. They don't discriminate. They don't discriminate. Size, age, I don't care.
But I'll talk quickly. One night, my husband and I did actually got lost in Rome in the sense where I was taking way too many photos for our podcast.
Oh, and he would have really loved that.
Listen to this. Really, I'm going to say it really quickly. Pete, leaving the house. I've got all the mobiles. I've got the money in my bag. We're walking towards the Angel Bridge. Get to the Angel Bridge. I can't find Pete. On our discussion to the Angel Bridge, Pete goes, we'll go to the Pantheon, right?
Were you listening though when he said it?
Yes, we were talking. We do
Okay.
talk. We do listen to each other when we're talking. We do.
I just thought you might have been distracted taking photos.
No, yeah, but then I lost him. I've got all the phones, all the money in my bag. He's got my son.
Oh, I was just going to say, who's got Matthew?
I was going to say, you know what? I would have gone for a walk.
4 hours later, we found each other.
Hang on, were you in a panic? Or were you kind of in a panic but still sightseeing? And going, fuck, where are they?
I think I started to panic in the last hour because I went to the Pantheon. And
Not
where
there.
where did my husband go? Back to the apartment. Oh, we must have been doing circles around Rome. 4 hours.
Oh, my God.
Then when he saw me, I got in trouble like I was 16 again. You
Yeah.
know when you get in trouble when you got lost when you're a
Yeah.
kid? And I was the one all wrong. I said, you said we're going to the Pantheon, so I went to the Pantheon. I had the phone. You told me you could get, and then with this massive fight, but that's okay. That's what happens. But that was my story. Got lost in Rome for 4 hours, but that's all right. Live and learn.
At least you ended up having the fun. Like,
Yeah, well, I stopped having an Aperol spritz every 15 minutes. I'm going to kill my husband. Have a drink.
yeah.
I hope he doesn't hear that. No, and I came back and I was fine. But anyway, I think he was more worried because I was a female on my own. And the next day he said to me, I was really actually scared something
We're
happened
very
to you.
similar.
Oh,
Yeah.
bless.
Mm.
We're very
Right.
similar, I think.
Who?
You and me, because I do that. But
I
I
just-
actually am not listening, and then I don't know where he is. But then, was contacting, going, I'm coming. He was fucking fuming, but I was stopping on the way. I had to get some ice cream, and then I had a few drinks.
Yeah, no,
and then I
I
had
just-
drinks.
I-
then I had to buy cigarettes, and there was a huge
But then
line because I'm in Europe, have to smoke. And then and then when we got to each other, he goes, "For fuck's sake,
I know,
you're always
yeah.
wandering off." I was like, "I was trying to look for you, but I wasn't."
Well, I was trying to look for, this is probably the first, and FYI, anyone travelling overseas, don't carry everything. Especially if I carried everything, the phones. That night I carried the phones, the money, and the passports all in my bag, and I couldn't contact
Because
him.
you know what? These dickheads walk
I
out the
know.
house. It doesn't have to be in Europe. It'll be like this. Like we had a function we were going to, and he goes, "Can you hold my my wallet and my phone. And I'm like, fuckhead, go get a bum bag. And he goes, why the fuck would I get a bum bag? I go, because I'm not carrying your shit. Then I got abused for carrying a small bag because I was wearing an evening dress.
You get in trouble.
And had to go. And he's like, well, fuck, you always have big bags. I'm like, because I'm going out. Why would I have a fucking... And then we had an argument about me not having a big bag. Although we had a few drinks, so... That might have just
everything escalated.
So on reflection, I always go back to things I've learnt while I was overseas.
Yeah.
Slippers. I've learnt the importance of slippers. So now I've got all these slippers from Emirates. I wear the slippers around the house.
Are you serious?
Why?
Oh, because they're so comfortable.
Oh, okay.
I must be
in the
getting
house,
old.
you mean?
In the house, like in my house is all tiles, and I used to walk around barefoot, which is bad in itself. But now I have these slippers from Emirates. I've got about 6 or 7. Don't ask me how I got them.
Can I ask you a question? Have you turned to the art of the sock and the sandal, especially Birkies?
No, I haven't.
I found that was so popular over there.
Well, I was saying to you earlier that Birkies and knee-high stockings, see-through, are in
all
fashion.
levels of socks.
All levels of sock.
Short,
and I didn't
medium.
understand. Yes.
I'm surprised you didn't take that on, like with the hot shorts, hot pants.
Well, I'll try. Maybe over the
Maybe
summer.
fluorescent socks.
Maybe you just start here in Perth, see if you can get it trending.
Oh, that is trending.
Alex,
At
it'll
the fucking
be
beach.
here by next
need to
winter.
go out.
It'll be here next winter.
Yeah,
Wait till your kids are older, and then you're like, are you fucking serious? It's hot and you're wearing socks. And it could be, Birkenstock. It could be whatever. They're sandals. He's like, yeah, to keep me warm. Okay. Then wear fucking long pants then.
Yeah, but it's very popular in Italy.
Wear sandals or shoes, like sandals on its own.
I know.
Sorry, I have it. My mum dressed me in socks and sandals and it's like a thing. It freaks me out.
I also learned that if you walk all day, you should drink all day.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
It's
true.
very simple.
Although, do they promote, drinking and walking in Europe? I find it's like people look at you weird.
No, I'm sorry. Not drinking and walking, stopping.
Okay.
I never didn't drink. I don't think we were allowed to.
Oh, well, we used to just walk from
Oh,
bar
I
and still
just
have a
realised
roadie.
what you mean,
and
like
then
having
people
a
are like,
roadie.
what the fuck
Yeah,
are you
I
doing
know. I
walking?
didn't do that. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
But I would see
That was
people
me.
drinking
Very
sangria at
excited.
10 o'clock in the morning in Spain, people drinking Aperol-filled at 10. Oh, I have to join them. Limoncello spritzer. That was wonderful. And I met a Michelin star chef. Shout out to Hugo at the MotoGP. Did the most amazing boiled sous vide tomato with dried anchovy grated on top.
Wow.
You had a great interview with him on our Instagram
Yeah,
page.
you can check it out. He's wonderful.
He's hot too.
I didn't. Oh, maybe.
There was something about him, maybe because he's far
It's
away.
just the accent, I
Yeah,
think.
but he.
The accent got me.
He was lovely.
I closed my eyes. when
Yeah,
he was...
so I interviewed him. That was great. And then basically, I loved Rome.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. I loved Rome.
and the
I'm
hot-
so glad you did.
And the hot people. Man, in
Great
general.
trip. It was wonderful. I'm so grateful. Really am.
I'm having a crack at the weekly Ryan this week because you've been so busy. I thought I'd drink something.
You're getting better with your holding in your alcohol. It's training.
I'm getting it. So let me get the duck.
Please don't drop it. Oh, this is a good wine.
Oh, I
here
know
we go.
this one.
So yes, I thought I'd drink this one. So I thought I'd just go to one that I'd had many times before and I've always
Go to.
enjoyed it. So this is Devil's Corner Tasmania Pinot Noir 2024. But it was really good. I think it's just a really good staple Pinot Noir. I was trying to think of as like little notes. There's
Is it
always,
dry?
like, tasting
Or more fruity.
Dry.
Yeah.
It is dry. It's not fruity.
Is dry good? I got that right. Yeah. I'm trying to have flashbacks. I had a couple of glasses every night just to like get
Can I
to the
just say
bottom.
this? Last time we drank that, we were having a conversation and we were trying to plan something and she completely forgot about it. And then I had an inkling of it and then I just thought, well, if she's forgotten, I don't
Was this when
remember.
we thought we both worked for Qantas?
I don't know. We were planning something. Then my brother was like, are you guys doing it today? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't even realise I was that pissed.
Yeah. Oh, we had this funny idea that we'd both work for Qantas just to get the staff travel,
Wow, wonderful.
even if we'd just do like some random job. But no, we ended up doing the podcast. So, but no, I really enjoyed this. I think it's a good staple just to grab if you're unsure. I think a lot of people would enjoy it. And it's Tasmanian. I think I've actually been here. That's why I got it the first time. So,
And just if I can add on quickly.
yeah, go for it.
If you're learning about French wines or trying to buy French wines, you'll see that this particular bottle has soft shoulders. See the soft shoulders? So when you go buy French wine, they always put Pinot Noir in the same type of bottle. So if you don't even know what the grape variety of the French wine is, if it's in that shaped bottle, it's usually a Pinot Noir or a Beaujolais.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
and the
gotcha.
other ones, they're higher? Is that what you mean? Like the ones that go like
and
that?
If you look,
I just got
French,
that then. I went, what the fuck?
So,
That
and
makes sense.
how do you call it? Shoulders, like real shoulders on the bottle. Usually a Cabernet or a Merlot.
Yes.
And that's what I saw the bottle. That's what made me think of that. So if you're delving into French wines, listeners, soft shoulders, Pinot Noir or Beaujolais, square shoulders, Cabernet or Merlot.
Yeah,
okay?
that's
a
so
Cabernet bottle. So,
true.
yeah, a little bit of a heads up for you.
Oh, learn something new.
There you go.
And I will not retain
Every
it.
episode.
Yeah, you do. So I thank you, everyone, for listening about my European trip. We are looking forward to having a lot more fun podcasts coming up in the next few weeks. And we will,
See you soon.
see you soon.
See ya.